Hi, my name is Emily Piccolino. I'm going to be teaching a math lesson today for a third grade classroom, focusing on standard CC.2.4.3.A.3. The standard reads, solves problems and makes change involving money using a combination of coins and bills. So in kid-friendly language, I would say, students, this week we are focusing on making change using coins and bills. And to explain the standard, I would ask, what coins do you know? What bills do you know? So that we can build up and grasp that background knowledge of what the students already know. So if I were to say, list some coins to me that you know, students would be telling me pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. And we would go over how much each of those coins are worth. A penny is worth 1 cent. A nickel is worth 5 cents. A dime is worth 10 cents. And a quarter is worth 25 cents. We would also think, what kind of bills do you see when you go out and maybe get change? We are going to now discuss the bills that we're going to be using throughout our lesson in the standard this week. Students may tell me things like, $1 bill. Awesome. $5 bills, 10s, and 20s are the bills that we are going to be working with this week here in class. So before we even get to making change, with a combination of coins and bills, what I want to do is first just start by making a set amount of money before we get to making the change. So again, I don't know what these students know yet about even making change with coins and bills. So I first just want to see, can you make a certain amount that I tell you? So I say, okay, boys and girls, let's go ahead and start off by helping Mrs. Piccolino make 35 cents. Students could have a ton of ways to access this. They could be using interactive digital tools to make this amount, and I could see it on their screen. They might have the coins right there in front of them to make 35 cents. They may be writing it on a whiteboard. So whatever I set in place, the students would know the expectations of how they were showing me these coins. So I say, okay, who can help me make 35 cents? And I might have a lot of hands going up on the screen, so I might choose a student, and they say, okay, to make 35 cents, why don't you go ahead and grab a quarter? And I might say, okay, remind me, how much is a quarter? 25 cents, good. So right now I'm at 25 cents and I need 35 cents. So I'm thinking, I'm at 25, is there one more coin that can get me to 35 cents? And they might say yes, plus 1 dime. So I would say, how much is a dime? And they would tell me 10 cents. And I would say, lovely job, 25 cents plus 10 cents does indeed make 35 cents. I would say, boys and girls, was anybody else thinking a different way that you could show me 35 cents? Some other hands might be going up. They might be excited at this time, getting prepared to show out a different way to make 35 cents. Maybe my next friend says, let's use all nickels this time. And we would be counting by 5s to see how many nickels we would need. Let's all count by 5s together. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. How many nickels did we have to use in order to make 35 cents? I have a lot of hands going up, and they would all tell me 7 nickels. It took 7 nickels to get to 35 cents. And I would ask if any other students have any other combinations. I would maybe choose on one more student, and they could tell me another way that they've got 35 cents. After doing this activity, I would observe and see if most of the students were able to raise their hand and help me make a set of coins. And if not, maybe we could do a few more of those, or I could work in a small group with students with making coins as well. But if all students seem pretty good and have a good background knowledge on making a set amount of coins, I then would feel comfortable moving on and now making change. So when it comes to making change, I might ask students, when in the real world would you have to maybe make change or get change back? They could raise their hand and tell me when they go to the store, when they go shopping, when they're at the cash register. So I could tie this into real world problems when I'm giving them these sort of scenarios as well. So this week, boys and girls, we're going to be focusing on making change from $5 bills. That's the highest that we're going to go this week. And if I were to say that Mrs. Piccolino went to Target to buy some new pencils, and I spent $3.50, and I paid with a $5 bill, how much would I get back? So they'd be thinking, okay, she paid with a $5 bill and her pencils came out to $3.50. So they would be thinking, I have $5 and I want to know the difference, which means I have to subtract $3.50, or I could think addition and start at $3.50 and count up to $5. So I would say, okay, let's go ahead and start by counting up. If I'm at $3.50 and I add on maybe, let's say $1, could we do that? What is $1 plus $3.50? And that would take us up to $4.50. And I would say, okay, now we're at $4.50. How could we get to $5? $4.50. If I'm at $4.50, I know 4 quarters equals $1. And I'm already at $4.50. So maybe let's add another quarter, $4.75. And then $5. So 2 more quarters could fill in the blank of that extra 50 cents. Or students just may have that strong number sense and be able to know that $4.50 plus 50 cents would give you $5. I would present this using a slideshow with some word problems on it. I would do the first few with students, and then I would later on in the week set up some sort of classroom store and make some different items a certain amount, and students would be able to kind of get to go to like a virtual shop and spend some money and get some virtual change back as well. Some task I would have students do is around their house, if they have any coins or bills, is to practice always counting up sort of combinations of coins that they have, maybe in a piggy bank, to kind of connect it to at home situations. I would definitely give assessments, so just short informal observations throughout the whole week when they are helping me solve problems, when they're sharing out, when they're holding up their whiteboard with combinations of coins, or when they're doing virtual work that I'm seeing. So keeping an eye on those informals are definitely going to be key throughout the week. But to also give a formative assessment, I'd like to do those at the end of the week once we've grasped the standard. The students are showing me that they are ready. We would typically do those at the end of each week just to address what we have learned the full week. So on this assessment, they would see groups of coins and have to identify them. They'll be given word problems and have to identify how much change somebody would get back if they were out shopping. They would have to make amount of coins, so not only count up coins that were given, but maybe this time they were given 67 cents and they would have to show that amount as well. So lots of different points here on this assessment to show their understanding as well. Let's see what else. Good. Assessments, resource and materials. So it says what text, digital resources, and materials will be used. I like a lot of same but difference for number sense warm-up so that they can show me background knowledge as well. Digital resources could be things like Jamboards, digital coins that I could link, manipulatives using whiteboards and drawing their coins with a letter on the coin. Q for quarters, D for dimes, N for nickels, P for pennies. So whiteboards could be a good tool to quickly show me work as well. For students that use assistive technology in their IEPs, how can I ensure that they used their assistive technology? So that would be big and key here too, to show me the work that they use on their assistive technology pad, a way for me to kind of see the work that they're doing and showing with assortment of coins and bills. How could I ensure that all students are engaged appropriately in this lesson? Just by calling on students frequently, seeing if their hand is up, seeing if they're able to kind of stay on task and focus when I call on them. Are they engaged and on topic, ready to respond? Seeing if students are following along at a good pace. You know, when it's kind of time to show your work and hold it up, are they about finished? or are they kind of maybe distracted and not on a preferred task right now, or maybe avoiding the task. So I would consider all aspects of the student population during this virtual lesson with the students. Very good. Awesome. Yes, if you have any other questions on this lesson that I would put on for third grade students, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you. I'm very excited for this potential opportunity at Stride.